Hi there! So I've been using the Xiaomi 11i Hypercharge since I've unboxed it, and I think it's been over 2 weeks now. 7th January I unboxed it, 8th January I posted an unboxing video, and today is 23rd January. Yes, it's been a little over 2 weeks actually. Now only when you're using something as a daily driver can you put a finger on what works for you and what doesn't. So I'll share my experience about it, which will help you decide if the Xiaomi 11i Hypercharge variant is a worthy buy for you or not. Let's begin. Now the first thing has to be the 120 watt Hypercharge. Now Xiaomi claims 0 to 100% in 15 minutes. But of course, we had to cross check that, how fast it works practically. But first you need to make sure that you enable boost charge speed from the battery settings. Now it's time to check. Now I put the phone on flight mode and connected the charger. There are two reasons for that. One, I didn't want any incoming calls and the charging is always more efficient in flight mode. Let's check. So we've just crossed the 5 minutes mark and it's already charged to 46%. Wow, almost 50% charge in 5 minutes. Also put it to charge at 1%. While I believe most people don't wait for the battery to go that low, we usually put it to charge at 10 to 15%. So in those cases, the charging would actually be even faster. Now I'm crossing the 10-minute mark and it's almost 71%. Okay, let's see further. Now it's reaching the 12-minute mark and it's at about 78%. And now it's the 15-minute mark and it's charged to 91%, which I think is extremely fast if you see. 1 to 91% in 15 minutes. Okay, now let's see when it hits that full charge. And finally at 19 minutes 39 seconds, we are at 100%. Isn't that amazing? Fully charge your phone in under 20 minutes. Now, there are a couple of things to remember. The 11i Hypercharge variant comes with a 4500 mAh dual cell battery. Now, personally for me, it would easily last me a day. And that would include using Twitter, Instagram, checking emails, watching lots of videos, and that too with the refresh rate kept at 120 Hz. But frankly, I don't game. So if you're a gamer, it would probably last a lot lesser. But again, saving grace is Hypercharge. However, keep in mind that the charge speed will be drastically slow if you're gaming while you're charging this phone. Now, another point worth mentioning is this comes with a dual cell battery. Now that helps increase the available input power, thus making charging drastically faster, and it also reduces the chances of overheating. In layman's term, dual cell battery technology is better in every way. Longevity, not overheating, and the charging speed. Now, let's talk about the display. Well, it's one of the best in its class, 6.67-inch AMOLED display with a 120 Hz refresh rate. You can also actually enable reading mode if you want and that yellow tint to decrease eye strain. I personally use it. There's actually even paper mode. Now, if you're reading text, it gives you an illusion of actually touching paper. It's amazing. Rest, you can tune the colors as per your preference, from vivid to saturated to standard. Now, I won't deny, the battery drain was faster with 120 Hz enabled, but that's something I got used to so much that I was willing to trade off some battery for that better user experience. The color reproduction is also brilliant. Watching images, videos is an absolute delight. And what adds to that amazing experience is the dual symmetrical speakers with Dolby Atmos support. They get loud and sound pretty good. For multimedia freaks like me who likes to stream a lot, browse a lot, and media consumption, who loves to listen to music on their phones, the 11i was almost perfect.
Can we please just talk about this?
Also, I would especially like to talk about the build and design. Now the sides are flat and that's something I personally like. However, the phone does feel a lot more bulkier compared to phones that come with curved bodies. Again, that's a very subjective choice. It's also got a 3.5mm headphone jack, which is always convenient. Connect your wired headphones and they're even more ideal for gamers. The back is made of glass and has this satin-like finish. Now I haven't been using a cover and yet it doesn't attract any smudges, fingerprints, nor any scratches. The build quality is truly commendable. Though I would like to add, I would have personally preferred a different color, maybe a camo green, but again, that's also a subjective choice. Now, coming to the performance, well, it comes with the Dimensity 920 chipset and the performance overall is very snappy. I wouldn't say it's a powerhouse like flagship phones, but it won't let you down either. Excellent while multitasking between apps, it's got really smooth animations, it didn't heat up, It's got good battery life and would handle day-to-day tasks like a breeze. The power button on the side also doubles as a fingerprint scanner and is pretty responsive. Now I know there are some who would prefer the in-display one, but frankly, this one is not only faster, but it's also more ergonomic. You can custom set it for some gestures as well. Like I use it to quickly launch the control center. It's very handy. Then it's running the Android 11 OS. We hear Android 12 is in the works and it should be updated soon, including MIUI 13. Now let's move to the cameras. So it comes with a 108 megapixel main shooter, but I tend to use the default mode and the images it would capture were pretty impressive. Here are some shots in the day, very clear shadows, crisp details, not over sharpened, yet very good dynamic range. The colors captured were pretty accurate too. Here are some taken indoors, also very nice. Here are some food pics, something I'm sure a lot of Instagrammers love taking. Here are some taken with a 16 megapixel selfie camera. Excellent skin tones. However, I did feel that it was over smoothing the skin, but overall it does a very good job. Then we get a 2 megapixel macro sensor, and now this is probably one of the weakest part of the camera. Though it does capture pretty decent images, but the moment you zoom, the details are lost. Now here are some 8 megapixel ultra wide shots, almost flawless. Now you can record 4K videos at 30 FPS from the rear camera. It lacks OIS, but still handheld videos are pretty good. For fans of 60 FPS, you will have to reduce the resolution to 1080p. The camera on the 11i is a mixed bag. Where the 108 megapixel shines, the 2 megapixel macro sensor doesn't impress. Now the 4K videos are limited to just 30 FPS, but again you can't complain considering the segment this phone is targeting. Let me say, the 11i is the best phone you can get for this price, and surely the only one with 120 watt fast charging. Now in a time when many companies are getting rid of charging bricks in their box, this one is coming with 120 watt charging, and I'm still not able to absorb that you can get to 50% in 5 minutes. It's amazing. Now the same charger can also be used for other charging devices, other USB-C charging devices, including your laptop if your laptop supports USB-C. Now the 11i is available in two variants, 6GB RAM and 8GB RAM variants, and the prices start at 26,999. Club it with an SBI card deal and you can get this for as low as 24,000. Now that's a crazy deal. I'll leave the links for both the variants and all the colors in the description. If you'd like to buy one, you should definitely check it out. So I hope this video was helpful. If there are any questions, mention them down in the comments and I'll be happy to answer them. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Until next time, cheers.